So our third scenario is highlighting this concept of Ideagoras and nJams on nGen collaboration platform. If you're familiar with the book Wikinomics by Don Tapscott, by our own Don Tapscott, then you'll know that an Ideagora is just an open marketplace for ideas and a way to leverage crowdsourcing. And an nJam is something where essentially it's an idea campaign or an Ideagora within a specified period of time. We like to say that it's an idea campaign on steroids. So before we get started with that, let me give you some of the business scenarios that can demonstrate the value of Ideagoras and nJams. And some of the collaborative intents that we're going to demonstrate are connecting previously unrelated ideas to be more innovative, saving money through crowdsourcing, co-creating with customers, and making better and more informed decisions. So the first example I have is Mervis Diamond Importers. This is a small jewelry chain in the Washington, D.C. area, and its owner, Jonathan Mervis, decided that for $500 he was going to employ a marketing firm that leveraged crowdsourcing because what he wanted to get was one-line ads for the front page of The Onion, which is an online satirical newspaper that's popular with young adults. Jonathan Mervis received over 500 responses, and he said that he never would have gotten that type of results with a typical ad agency, especially for $500. So he chose his top 10 favorites, and he wrote a check for $1,000 to each of the contributors. And one of the winning results, my most favorite, was she likes the Beatles, but she loves the Stones. So just a great example of how you can leverage crowdsourcing. Another example is Innocentive. Innocentive held a contest to help come up with innovative ideas to get oil from the bottom of Prince William Sound, 15 years after the Exxon Valdez oil spill. Engineers working on the recovery effort had tried to pump the oil several times before, but the issue was that they could get the oil from the bottom of the ocean to the barges, but then the surface temperature dropped so dramatically that the oil would solidify before they could pump it through the barge system. So they held this contest, and an unknown engineer from the Midwest with experience in the construction industry suggested using vibratory equipment like that used with cement to keep the oil fluid enough to pump through the system. The engineer won the contest, $20,000 in cash, and a trip to Alaska to meet the oil spill recovery team. And the recovery team was able to pump the millions of gallons of oil from the bottom of the ocean after 15 years. And then my final example is Best Buy, again, one of nGen's customers, whom Don Tapscott has been strategizing with for years now. Best Buy launched a contest on their internal social networking site, inviting employees to create online videos about what 401k plans meant to them. What they experienced was, or the problem that they were having was that typically the younger people within their organization, like 25 years and younger, were really not participating at all in the 401k program. So the contest resulted with Best Buy's 401k participation jumping from 18 to 47%. Best Buy is among the first company, is one of the first companies to use social networking to promote 401k participation. The winners received a 3-day trip to Best Buy's corporate offices, the chance to meet executives, and the opportunity to present their video to the board of directors. Alright, so with that, I'm going to take us into the application and demonstrate our idea campaigns, or Ideagoras, and our nJams. Again, this is some of my favorite functionality. I think it's just really clever and can provide a tremendous amount of value. So first of all, we have an idea of more of a static idea campaign. And so I created an example here. So for example, with NGE Corp, they've decided that they'd like to reduce travel costs. So this would be a way for employees to go in and submit ideas. And employees can also go in and vote up and vote down different ideas. And that just gives more information to the management team to make a good decision. So in this instance, in order to reduce travel expenses, it was suggested that we book our own travel online, or that we engage a full-time travel agent, which I'm not sure how that would lower costs, but hey, it's an idea, so people can vote that down or vote it up. So that's just a basic idea campaign, but where I think it gets really interesting is then when you use it within an nJam. So an nJam, again, is just an idea campaign that's within a fixed period of time, so it could be half day, a few hours, a full day. We have seen that some of our customers, such as government agencies, have held nJams with hundreds and thousands of participants. So let me show you this particular instance of an nJam. Now what you can see here is this functionality right out of the box immediately. You can configure this, and you've got live streaming video and live chat that can be configured in a matter of less than a minute. So I have live video here, and once again, this is just of our International Space Station. But I also have live chat that I can chat with other people that are participating in the nJam. Again, we have this concept of submitting ideas and voting up and down ideas. And we can also just collaborate, have discussions. We can start conversations. We can have wikis that we're collaborating upon. And we can also assign tasks. So let's say after we have this nJam for NGE Core, and they have been collaborating with their customers and their partners and their employees to come up with some key initiatives that they'd like to focus on, we can go out and assign tasks to people. And then what we can do is take this content, and let's say that after the nJam, the management team wants to have a breakout session and prioritize these initiatives. We can take all the ideas and the discussions, and we can choose which ones we'd like to re-tag, and we can tag those as an interest group. So we may say that we're going to tag them under a private closed interest group where we're just going to collaborate as a management team and start prioritizing. So this is just some of the functionality that the nGen collaboration platform can provide to help get feedback from your customers, your partners, and your employees in the form of an Ideagora or an nJam.